woke up this morning and wiped the sleep from my eyes. Well, I woke up this morning, wiped the sleep from my eyes. Well, I'm thinking about my baby, how she said goodbye last night. Thinking about my baby, and how she told me goodbye. Oh, she told me goodbye. Well, now I got to get up out of bed and wipe the sleep from my eyes. Well, Bobby wants to play some music, 9 a.m. in the morning. Hi folks, this is Bob Pjorn, and this is my show Musically Speaking, where I'm documenting the music of Central New York, especially around the Auburn area. And today I have two, I always hesitate to say this, old friends, because they're both younger than me, but they are old friends. And we got a project that we're going to soon get going on, and we wanted to get some publicity out there, and I also want to show the talents of these wonderful people. Back a few years ago, 10 years ago,
a decade.
10 years ago, I wrote a blues album, and with the help of these wonderful people and other people who I'll mention, it came out very successfully. I did get nominated for the Syracuse Sammys, and unfortunately it lost to another one, and I kind of lost interest in it. But not too long ago, my friend Jimmy Chambers, who is singing wonderfully on it, he stopped in to see me where I was playing and said, why don't we put that out there and do a concert or some shows with that? And he got me excited about it, so I contacted some people, and we are now embarking on putting this CD that I did out live with a lot of wonderful musicians. I do want to prelude it with a mention of one of the people who was going to be involved in this. His name was Kelly James. He was a sheriff, and he actually was a narc in the sheriff's police force in Skaneateles, but he was a wonderful blues singer. He went by the name of Kelly James. And in 10 years ago? Okay,
2012.
2012. We met with the idea of starting to write some songs, and it was around Christmas time, and Kelly was supposed to get back to me after Christmas about starting the album and getting together. And on January 3rd of that year, I got a call, and it said Kelly James on my phone. And I said, oh, good, we're going to get together today. And unfortunately, his wife told me he died during the night. And that really kind of put a damper on it. But I then got together with my friend and longtime partner, Adessa, and we started writing some songs. And the very first one we did was called Dr. Blue. So before I introduce my guests, I normally don't like to mention dates because these shows go on into the future, which is nice because I look back at myself on some of them and I'm younger. So it's nice to see some of these shows. But this is 2022, and this is right after COVID. And unfortunately, I don't know what this fall will hold. But we are going to do some shows. I've already booked October 23rd, a Sunday, at the Willard Chapel in Auburn. We're going to do a show there. And tentatively, I think it's pretty firm, December 10th at the Auburn Public Theater. And then I'm going to try to arrange another one at one of the local eating places, possibly the Hilton or the Springside, where we can present the show and people can eat. So we want to promote this and the CD I made and all the wonderful people that are on it. So right now, I'd like to introduce my guests. I have Mr. Jimmy Chambers.
Hello, everybody.
Not only a wonderful singer, but a great chef. And, of course, everyone knows Ms. Adessa. Should I say Anne Seraphine Adessa? Or
Makes no difference.
Okay, you don't, you don't really care. Okay, so these guys are the main people on there. As a matter of fact, they contributed a lot of the words and so on. And I think a great way to start would maybe to do one of the songs we did. We're lacking a lot of the musicians we have on the album, but we're going to do some stripped down versions of some of these things. But this is one I wrote called Sleepless Blues. And the idea was that a guy gets a letter from his girlfriend, writes a letter, and he's telling her how he misses her and so on. And then she actually replies to him in the same manner. So that's kind of what this is about. So here's a song called Sleepless Blues with Jimmy Chambers and Adessa.
Well, not too long in the days are wrong. Ever since my baby's been gone, my baby's gone now. I've got the sleepless blues. Well, I'm so lonesome that I could cry. Oh, now lay me down the side. My baby's gone now. I've got the sleepless blues. Well, I wrote a letter just the other day. Well, now I feel so much better to hear what she had to say.
Oh, the nights are long, all the days are wrong. Ever since my baby's been gone, you know I got the sleepless blues. You know I'm so lonesome that I could cry. Now lay me down the side, 'cause my baby's gone and I got the sleepless blues.
Not too long,
Nights are long,
days are wrong.
and the days are wrong.
Ever since my baby's
you
been
know
gone.
he's gone.
My baby's gone now. I've got the sleepless blues.
I'm so
I'm
lonesome.
even more lonely, baby.
Oh, I could cry.
Go ahead and cry.
Every night I lay me down to side. My baby's gone and
I've got the sleepless blues. Well, I'm so lonesome
I'm
that
so lonesome.
I could cry. Every night I lay me down the side. My baby's gone. I got the sleepless blues. Now listen up, girl. You gotta take responsibility for that. You up and left me, girl.
Well, I'm sorry, but I just felt like it just had to be that way.
You know I'm lonely.
I know I got the sleepless blues. You keep trying, I keep crying. I'm telling you most of the time I know you're lying, but anyway, I still got the sleepless blues. Woo!
Okay, so there's one of the cuts from our CD, give you a little idea of some of the things we'll be doing. As a matter of fact, the theme song to my show, it's an organ instrumental, is called Blues for Dave, and that actually is one instrumental cut on the CD, so you've also heard another one. Some of the songs we'll be doing, as I said, I wrote Dr. Blue for Kelly James. What was the one, and you did come up with some great words for that too, I think. And then what was the other
And then
one?
there was another one. I can't even tell you the title
The
right
blues
now.
keep
You
raining
got the
down.
CD.
Oh, as a matter of fact, I should
You
show
got the
the
CD.
Yeah, I can read off some of these. Oh, one interesting thing. While I'm looking at it, we did a song, "Keep Your Hands Off My Woman," and Jimmy, actually, you wrote the words to that, and we have a guest appearance on that. I wonder if we can get him for the show. Do you remember who's on this? John Stevens.
Oh, yes, yes.
Oh, okay.
Because we're talking
Alright.
about you going
I
into...
actually wondered about that.
Yeah,
how we possibly
Yeah,
fit
what
that
I
in
did
there,
is
you
I
know?
got... He wrote a song that has to do with him going into Spirits.
Mm-hmm.
And for people who don't know, a local bar that's...
It was everybody's home for a very
Yeah,
long
it
time.
was. Yeah, it was the place. Actually, if you're in Auburn, you know Asteria Selena and Moondogs. That's where it was. Anyway, Spirits, and the proprietor was John Stevens. So Jimmy was talking about going in there, and we actually had John down here, and he said something on it. Like, he says, "Behave tonight,"
Right.
or whatever.
No trouble tonight, Jimmy. Yeah.
And actually, you do another beautiful song. I think it's the best thing. You wrote one called "Call on Me," which is really beautiful. That's well worth the price of admission to this show. So, Annie, back to you, though. Midnight Mood, I think...
Yeah, Midnight Mood. That was the song where you called me over and you went, "Chunk, I want to do a song like with this feel. This is my feel. Go home and write me some words."
Yeah, I think,
Yes,
that's
that
what
was
we did,
it.
yeah. Midnight Mood.
Yep.
And I was inspired when you hear that one by my favorite guitar player, Wes Montgomery. I kind of started with that. But anyway, so we have this 12 song CD, and of course we're discussing nobody has CDs anymore. Maybe we'll give them away free when they come in, because I have hundreds of them left, or maybe we'll sell them at a discount. So anyways, the blues keep raining down on me, and I should mention the cover is done by Peter Makowitz, a local artist, and I gave him free reign, and if you know Peter, you have to give him free reign.
Didn't you raffle off the original painting?
Yes, and you
Is
know
that
what?
correct?
I was trying to think. We raffled it off. It was huge. It was almost life-size. So I go to Peter's place, and I see this naked person standing in the rain. I looked at it, and I go, "Oh, my God, that's weird." And then I really grew to like it. I think he really captured it. The Blues Keep Raining Down on Me, which is the name of one of my title songs and the CD itself. So that's what we'll be doing that day, or those days when we do the show. And I'm going to mention some of the people on it. I did something very unique. My big idea was to do original songs and contact my friends across the country, and one even in Europe, and send them the tracks and have them record. It got to be pretty tedious, so I never continued it, but I did a few of them. And I'd like to mention on Dr. Blue, a great drummer from Auburn, Mark Syracusa, and I hope he will see the show. Mark Syracusa did the drum track on that from Florida. I think he's in Naples, or what's the other Italian? Naples, I always get them. Venice, he's in one of those places. And also on a song I wrote called My Son Is Gone, I have a sax player by the name of Frank Zona, and the Zona family were well known in Auburn. They ran Sunbright Cleaners, which is up by where Tinker's is now, Sunbright Cleaners. And Frank is a great sax player. He's retired and become a professional sax player down in El Paso, Texas. And he sent me a track. I did contact our famous organist from McNally. He's going to kill me when I... But anyways, I did contact him. We never finalized that. So I have a few people on the CD that weren't even here. They were in El Paso. And the other players, great musician Duke Shanahan adds wonderful slide and blues guitar. And I have Mike Doyle, who will be playing bass with us. I have, let's get everybody in there. I have
Ross Moe.
Ross Moe on drums, of course, Ross Moe.
Yep.
And I'm trying to think some of the background singers. Didn't we use some other singers, but I can't.
We had Cookie. I remember
Oh yeah,
her.
that's right. Cookie and Don Gray came in.
Cookie and Don
and did some back-
Julie and
and
Diane.
did some well, that's on Marvin, which
Right.
is another song we'll do. But I was trying to think of the people to give credit to the people on the. Jeff, the bass player. Oh, Bernie McNabb did a song.
Yep.
Bernie McNabb. See, I'm going to leave somebody out now, and I apologize because there were so many people that contributed. But these two right here, they are definitely the
And
CD.
it's the star of the show.
Well, you both
Yeah,
are. I mean,
We're the front man.
you guys, I could never, always had a hard time finding a male that Annie could sing against and not Barry. And Jimmy, you're the one. You can keep up with her
You're so
dynamics.
lucky.
Yeah, you definitely can keep up with her level of singing. And again, this is basically about the blues. And another thing that occurred to me, if we get into December, we have some Christmas blues songs.
Yes, we do.
That I wrote, and one's called Santa Does the Boogie.
Yep.
Okay.
And what was the? I got the Christmas blues.
I got the Christmas blues.
Right. So, and we're also going to include in the show. It's not quite a blues, but I'd like to pay tribute to my favorite singer, Marvin Gaye. I did a song called Marvin, Marvin, Marvin in answer to his song, What's Going On, since the condition of the world has not changed since he died and wrote the song 50 years ago. There's still all kinds of crazy things happening. And the main thing is look for these shows. They'll be out around Auburn. This, again, is 2022. We will, you probably see the show maybe in 2040 and wondering why you aren't able to get tickets to the show.
No, the
but
crazy thing is that this is 10 years overdue. We never played this out. And that was my motivation when I saw you at Astoria. And I'm like, Bob, we never played this out. And I share this album with everybody, and everybody's just like, wow, this is amazing.
It is good.
And it's so
good.
relevant to the music scene here in Auburn, Central New York.
Can I mention something about this? People never appreciate local talent. Now, if this CD had come from another place, if it had come from Nashville, people say, wow, it's really good. There's something about small town mentality, and I don't mean Auburn. I'm not ashamed at all of being in Auburn. I like our music scene. I think we have a great cultural scene. Mm-hmm. I'm not unhappy with it. There's plenty of gigs, and there's a great amount of musicians. But I think people in the small town tend to see a local project and not give it the credit it's due.
A prophet is never known in his own hometown.
Is that right?
It's in the Bible, Bob. It's an oldie.
Yeah, but you guys could go any place and sing the blues. I mean, I haven't been a lot of places, but I mean, I've been down to Memphis and I've been to Nashville, and I've heard singers down there. You guys could easily go and sing with any blues groups around. Blues singers are not necessarily always known for their great vocal prowess as much as blues is more about the feelings.
Yes.
I was just listening to John Lee Hooker and people. I mean, even B.B. King. I mean, he's a decent singer. They aren't Frank Sinatra.
Right.
It's more about what you guys have. It's more about the feel.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You know, blues rather than the quality of voice. But you both still have that great quality. So
you know, it's funny when you called me and offered this. You know, you expressed your idea, this plan to put this album together. I was so excited about it. And the point I want to make, though, is like the song Sleepless Blues. We never rehearsed this. He just gave us the words, and this is how I want it played.
Yep.
And
We
we all sat down. I think the mic was hanging from the ceiling.
and
Yep.
we just, I'm
And
even
we just
talking
did it.
that. Yeah.
We did it one time.
And it came off.
Improvisation, all the stuff, and
Yep.
Bob turned it off, and he said, "That's it.
Yeah, and that was
We're
it.
not doing this again. That's a cut."
And the thing we're missing, part of it is Duke played dobro. He played slide on it, and that really, I mean, he added some great things to the album, which you'll hear live when we do it. Oh, and I did mention, I forgot to mention. So for the show, we will have, of course, these two. We'll have Duke Shanahan. We'll have Mike Doyle on bass. We'll have Lauren Miller, a local piano player and harmonica player. we'll have Larry Lehner on sax, and hopefully Robin Munn will be adding some background vocals. Let's see, did I get everybody?
That's everybody.
I think we got everybody in there. And I'm going to have my good friend Bob Vanderhoof, who's invaluable to me. He'll be running the spotlight and some helping with the audio. So we really hope people come out. You'll really enjoy this. These singers are great. I have great musicians.
The music is wonderful.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yes, the songs I'm very proud of them. I didn't fancy myself a great blues writer, but with the aid of these great singers, they really brought this thing to life.
The whole ensemble, all the musicians. I mean, the more I listen to it, the more I fall in love with it. And I've been
Yeah.
listening to it for 10 years.
Yeah, well, good. I hope other people.
I hope so too. That's the
So-
idea. To play these songs out live, finally.
Yeah. Well, anyways, let's just leave maybe with a little impromptu blues of some kind. You guys are good. I'm just going to throw something at you, and we'll just leave with a
What
little
else
bit.
is new?
With a yeah. That's one thing I can depend on you guys to come up with something. So let's just do a little something to have them fade out the show on. But thank you, Ann Adessa and Jimmy Chambers, and please come and see our show. The
We
blues
look forward to seeing you there.
blues keep raining down on me. So, Annie, this is nice key for you. So,
Is it? You know I love you, but you're just so hard to me. No, I love you, but it's just so hard for me. I don't know where you are, and there's nothing I can see.
Well, you think I'm running around on you, girl. Ain't nothing going on. Well, you think I'm running around on you, girl. Let me tell you, there's nothing going on. I'm just hanging out with the fellas, drinking beers and getting on.
I don't believe it, 'cause I know you lied before.
Oh no, girl.
You know I don't believe it, 'cause I know you lied before.
Ain't never happened, wasn't me.
I don't know what I'm doing or what this is all about.
Just a little more time together, you'll find out everything is fine. We'll spend a little more time together, you'll surely find out everything is fine.
okay.
I ain't running around on you, girl. Just need a little more